10 animals that can survive the apocalypse. But first, thanks Paige Benoit for leaving us this comment on our best cities to survive the zombie apocalypse video. Not all of these will be the cutest animals to keep as pets, but they will certainly survive the apocalypse. Number 10. The immortal jellyfish. In order for humans to be able to survive an apocalypse, we should consider learning from animals who already have survived one, and most likely will again in the future. Humans have only been on this planet for 200,000 years, which is just a minuscule fraction in comparison to other creatures. Jellyfish have been on Earth for possibly 700 million years, which is 3,500 times longer than us. The immortal jellyfish lives far from the surface of the ocean and can literally live forever. The only setback is that it has to become a blob of jelly to do so. They don't necessarily die, but they do transform. Their tentacles retract and they restart life all over again, starting off life in their juvenile state. The only known way they can die is if it gets eaten by another fish or if it gets a disease. Their organs will never malfunction. Their diet mainly consists of fish eggs, plankton, and small mollusks. Scientists are currently studying these jellyfish to see if they can find a cure for animal mutations. Number 9. The Himalayan jumping spider. Doesn't it look kind of cute? Living at elevations of 22,000 feet on Mount Everest, the Himalayan jumping spider will be so far away from other species of animals that it will most likely survive many different types of apocalypse scenarios. They've been found lurking in mountain crevices, rocky debris, and feeding on tiny bugs. With its ability to jump from rock to rock, it's quite mobile. Being able to survive at such a high elevation is no joke, so it can pretty much survive anywhere. Spiders have been on Earth for 380 million years, and they certainly aren't going anywhere. Number 8. Rabbits. If there's any species of mammal out there who will be able to repopulate quickly after the apocalypse, rabbits will certainly have no problem with that. Female rabbits are receptive to mating 87% of the time after they've reached maturity, which only takes 4 months, and have no menstrual cycle. As soon as she delivers a litter of about 4 to 12 baby bunnies, she can get right back to action. Instead of 9 months like humans, it only takes a rabbit 30 days during the gestation period. One female rabbit can have a total of 1,000 babies during its lifetime. Despite their impressive reproductive capabilities, rabbits can also survive in numerous ways. They can dig underground and just survive simply off grass. Number 7. Scorpions. Although it's not 100% certain, it seems as though scorpions are not harmed by ultraviolet radiation. In fact, it only makes them glow. It's not just UV rays they can survive, but nuclear radiation as well. With the skeleton on the outside of the body, these things are built tough too. We all know the possibilities of an apocalypse being ushered in by nuclear war. They're also known to survive a large range of different habitats and live on every continent on Earth besides Antarctica. Some scorpions can actually be brought back to life after being completely frozen in ice. This would allow them to survive what's known as a nuclear winter, which is when a large amount of soot and smoke in the atmosphere usher in a freezing winter. Scorpions have lived on Earth more than 400 million years and have survived the apocalypse before. Number 6. Vultures. If the zombie apocalypse were to strike, you can definitely imagine that vultures will be flying around the skies. The thought of watching a vulture picking away at a rotting body might be disturbing for some, but for them, it's just breakfast. They might even be a good animal to have around during this time. By eating dead carcasses, they help prevent the spread of disease such as rabies. These animals have built up strong immunities to many different diseases and defend themselves against a wide variety of pathogens, possibly even the one that causes the zombie apocalypse. This is due to the strong gastric acids found in their stomach that are much stronger than birds like eagles, for example. This ultimate scavenger will be having an all-you-can-eat buffet during many apocalypse scenarios. Number 5. Mollusks. Okay, so we don't know exactly what this creature is, but it certainly appears as though it will survive the apocalypse. It was first listed on the Twitter of a Russian deep-sea fisherman who was sort of baffled himself what they were. It appears to be some type of mollusk creature that can completely hide itself in its shell. In any case, mollusks like snails have been on Earth for 800 million years. This is partially due to the wide variety of foods they're able to eat. They are filter-feeding herbivores that can feast on anything from algae, bacteria, to grass. These hermaphroditic creatures can actually change sex if necessary to procreate. Some snails have made huge adaptations against predators and can release sedative-like chemicals into the water to keep fish from eating them. Don't expect snails or mollusks in general to be going anywhere, no matter how bad the scenario is. Number 4. The Braconidae wasp. This parasitic wasp is extremely resistant to radiation, making it probably capable of withstanding a few nuclear blasts. Not only are they likely to withstand atomic warfare, they lay their eggs within the hosts, and the larvae grow undetected within the host animal, compromising their immune system until they burst out and feed on the body of the host. While they do prefer live hosts, we imagine they might be able to find some other insects that survive the apocalypse to lay their eggs into. If this is the case, they will certainly have no trouble withstanding Armageddon. Number 3. Ants. Someday, when all humans are wiped off the face of the planet, there will still be tiny little ants crawling around, laughing at mankind's puny existence on Earth. Ants are incredible team players and will even sacrifice themselves if it means survival for the colony. No matter how hard you try, ants will always find some way to make it inside your home, or wherever their destination might be. Ants will be found everywhere, scavenging through the non-survivors' homes and eating whatever was left over. They can dominate nearly any environment with temperatures as high as 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Ants can withstand nearly 5,000 times their own body weight from pressure and can lift up to 100 times its body weight. Not being able to digest leaves, the pieces they cut are used to farm a fungus that will grow on the leaves, which they can then eat. Ants are as old as dinosaurs and have already survived a mass extinction, so why not again? Number 2. Rats. Without a doubt, rats will be the mammal most likely able to survive an apocalypse. Some people even think that rats could start the bloody apocalypse. They came pretty close by assisting in bringing in the Black Plague to huge cities which devastated Europe, that killed an estimated 25 million people. There's certainly a reason why rats are found all over the world. They're extremely tough and adapt to different conditions. Many have even evolved to resist rat poisoning. Rats can survive more than 5 days without water, falls higher than 50 feet, and can resist exposure to radiation. Not only that, but they can squeeze through a hole the size of a quarter. Being able to live underground and needing little to no sunlight is certainly a plus. If any rats were originally to die from the apocalypse, they can give birth to 20 rats at a time. Rats are beginning to increase in size, and giant ones like this have been spotted in London and New York City. These are even known to cannibalize. You do what you gotta do to survive. Number 1. Cockroaches. Cockroaches have been on Earth for 350 million years and also survived the doomsday that brought the end of the dinosaurs. And you can bet your money safely that they won't become extinct anytime soon. They can withstand 10 times more than the amount of radiation than a human. This terrifying creature can even survive without its head. That's right, a cockroach can survive up to a week without its brain, since it breathes through small holes in its body. However, without a way to drink water, it'll die in 7 days from dehydration, which is still pretty long considering humans only have 2 days to live with no water. They can live for decades in the right conditions, feasting on anything from feces, dead bodies, and garbage. They can even go 40 minutes without breathing and a month without food. A female cockroach can produce 50 babies during one pregnancy, which lasts only 3 weeks. It's only a matter of time before they build up resistance to our pesticides and are virtually unkillable. Humans might think they are an advanced species, but cockroaches will be the ones who survive millions of years from now.